Colts get a third-round pick this year, a third-round pick that can become a second next year if he plays 70% of the plays, and a second-round pick in 2022. The Commanders get their quarterback, Carson Wentz, and a second-round pick. Now, we know that players talk, Key and Jay, all the time, that guys want intel on certain players, especially if they're coming to their team and everybody thought he's going to be with the Colts for more than a minute. It only lasted 1 year. Keyshawn, if you two are teammates and you've seen and you heard all you wanted to hear about Carson Wentz, what is either going to be your initial reaction or how are things going to happen with you and him in that same locker room?
You know, I guess my initial reaction is cool. Okay, we got Carson Wentz. I don't subscribe to negative outside noise about one's personality or behavior. As long as his personality and his behavior is not, I'm not hearing racist things. I'm not hearing bigotry, mean-spirited. I'm good. As long as I'm not dealing with that when it comes into the locker room, I'm more than willing to give a person the benefit of the doubt. It's a clean slate with me when you are. Who am I to judge? I got to get to know you because there's always two sides to a story about a person's play on the field plus a person's personality. Is Carson Wentz might sit next to me, most likely, if he was being traded to a team when I'm already on it, they're going to put him next to me in the locker room within a couple lockers. That's just the way it's always been, and we're going to have some sort of bond and relationship. I just know because I know my personality and I know who I am. And so I'm just like, whatever. Until you show me something different, how can I judge you?
Yeah, I think it's always cool, like just straight off GP. Like it's always going to be fine at the beginning, that honeymoon phase. But as soon as you throw one of those shuffle passes, as soon as you start doing some weird stuff, Key, you know, like it does feel like Carson Wentz is on thin ice, right? Now that ice can become thicker with the better he plays. But if he starts the season off by doing some of those things that you're seeing him do down the stretch for the Colts, people will be quick to start giving him that side eye, like, yo, what are you doing, man?
Well, yeah, you can have a conversation. You can have a conversation with his ass. There's no question about it. And you see, I use the word ass because I just got mad. The fact that he would throw a shovel pass unnecessarily when he's not supposed to. So at that point, I can have that conversation with him and say to him, what are you doing? Doesn't mean that I dislike him. It just means as a leader on the team and within the locker room, I can pull him on the sidebar and check him up and get his attention.
Key, as a leader of men, like I know he's physically tough. Do you think Carson Wentz is mentally tough? Mentally, does he have the mental I know you're going to say, I do not know, but I'm asking you from what you've seen, the body of work, does he have the mental fortitude to lead you to a high level on the football field? Do you believe that? Yes or no?
See, why you – then you want –
They gave me the button before.
Man, stop being goofy and let me answer the man's question. The problem that you have with me is that I'm willing to give him a chance because how I feel is that no matter who I'm with, they going to be okay. That's how I feel. I've played with some not so good quarterbacks, but I always approached it with a positive attitude despite what people may have said in the media along the way about the way that I approached it. I've always been a teammate. I've always been a class act when it comes to my quarterback. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he could learn how to become mental tough because guess what? He's around me. And I can get his ass to be mentally tough because my conversation with you, Jay, is different than Coach K's conversation with you. It's just a different way that you communicate with people to make them feel a certain way to get them to do what you want them to do on the football field. Hopefully that answered it in a roundabout way.
It's real.
I mean,
it's real.
It's real. I think, it's like treating it with white gloves to a degree, Key, because you have to put a lot of time, energy, and effort as a grown man with kids and your wife and your family into that relationship. And when you look at the history of the way Jalen Hurts won the position from him with the Eagles and how we've talked about this, and Key, you're the one to tell me, Jay, they're so fragile. Quarterbacks are so fragile.
They are, and so you have to play psychology with them. mental psychology, flip the script. You have to put your arms around them and make them comfortable, make them feel like the world, everything is okay. The outside noise is just white outside noise, is background noise. You don't have to worry about this. I'm here for you. I'm going to make you look better. Just get me the damn ball and we'll be fine. That's the reality.
See, Freddie, you
of
see
it.
that part, though? Get me the damn ball. As soon as he don't get him the ball, though?
No. But see,
not just that, though.
Getting me the ball will make you be okay. Which means that it doesn't have to be a 40-yard strike down the field. It could be a simple slip screen. It could be a reverse. It could be a fly sweep. It could be a hitch. It could be a slant. Just utilize the talented players around you and allow them to bring you to the promised land. When you try to do things on your own, the shovel pass, unannounced shovel pass a couple times during last season, they didn't ask him to do that. He was trying to do too much. And when you try to do too much, Freddie and Jay, that's when you get in trouble.
Keyshawn, JWill, and Max. Keyshawn Johnson, JWill, and Freddie coming in for Max Kellerman on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, Sirius XM Channel 80, as well as tune in. Here's something else I thought about in terms of he's getting another chance to be a starting quarterback. But could it be his last chance to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.